What's up, guys? So in this video I'm going to talk about how to get big as a natural bodybuilder. Not as a fake natural bodybuilder, as a real natural bodybuilder who doesn't take any testosterone, steroids, GH, insulin, nothing. If you don't want to deal with any of that stuff, but you want to develop a larger physique, this is the video for you. Hillock! So in terms of exercise selection, you should do some kind of hinge like a deadlift, some kind of pressing movement is going to be useful, a pull for the lats, some kind of squat is going to be absolutely essential as well, a rowing movement for the upper back and the lats as well as some kind of press. You can also throw in some kind of isolation movements like lateral raises or curls or extensions, but they're not going to be as necessary. And I would say at least 80% of your training should be compound movements if you want maximum results. You might see all these, IFBB pros doing some cool machine or some cool isolation exercise. If you're a natural, that is going to be much less effective. So don't train like someone else when they're not in your situation. They are playing a different game. They have different rules, and you should actually do what is going to work for you rather than just trying to copy someone else who is in a different situation. So let's quickly go through each movement pattern. This is going to be more of a general overview. If you're squatting, high bar back squats are going to be an excellent option. You can elevate your heels or not. Both are going to be okay. Go by feel. You can do front squats, low bar squats, goblet squats. You can do some kind of lunge or split squat. You can do pin squats. You can do pause squats. There are tons of options here. For hinging, you can do conventional deadlifts, sumo deadlifts, pause deadlifts, deficit deadlifts, snatch grip, rack pulls. Back extensions are going to be good. Pull throughs, good mornings. Again, there are tons of options. Experiment with your training. Find out what works for you. You don't necessarily need to do what I'm doing, but you should be doing something similar if you want to get really good results. For pushing movements, most are going to be bench press variations. So you can do close grip, wide grip, moderate grip. You can do a reverse grip, which is going to work a little bit more upper chest. You can use dumbbells. You can switch up the angle of pressing. So you can do incline, high incline, flat, decline. You can do dips, which are going to be good as well. Push-ups, weighted push-ups, flies, machines, lots of options there. For pulling exercises, the most effective exercises are going to be pull-ups, chin-ups, and pull-downs. Those three are going to be your bread and butter and are going to be the most effective. Use a variety of grips, a variety of attachments, and that is going to be enough variability to keep your back growing. You can also do a variety of rows. You can do underhand, overhand, barbell. You can use a dumbbell. Machines are often pretty good when it comes to rows. So you can do chest-supported rows, you can do cable rows, you can do machine rows, banded rows. There are tons of options when it comes to rows, a lot of different bars, a lot of different attachments. Those are all going to be good. When it comes to pressing, you can use dumbbells seated, dumbbells standing, barbells seated. You can do Z presses, you can do behind the neck presses if you have adequate shoulder mobility. Lots of options here. Machines are okay when pressing sometimes. I personally don't really like it. It locks you into a specific line of pushing, which I don't really like, but they can be good for some people. So I encourage you to view your training as an experiment to see what works for you. See how much variation you need, how much variability you need in your training. So if you have too much variation, it can be very difficult to progress because you never actually master or perfect any of the exercises. If you don't have enough variation, it's very easy to get injured because you're always stressing your joints in the same way. So find that middle ground. Find that middle ground to where you have enough variability to actually progress well. And this brings me to the second point, training split. So I see bro splits all the frickin' time. So I work with hundreds of clients. I ask them what is their training history, and I would say the most common split that people are using is going to be the bro split, which is a shame because typically it is not as effective. So why is the least effective training split the most popular? Well, this also goes back to drugs. Actually, full body workouts were the most popular workout, 60 or 70 years ago. But with the advent of steroids, bro splits became more popular. When you use steroids, you don't really need to have optimal training. It actually makes sense to have more rest and more recovery because you don't need to stimulate the muscle as frequently. But if you are natural, you absolutely need to have a higher frequency of training for most people. So I suggest a few different splits. The first one is going to be full body training. So doing full body workouts 3 times per week is going to be really, really good for a beginner. Just a Monday, Wednesday, Friday type of situation is going to be excellent. Upper lower is also going to be good. You can do 4 days per week, upper lower. That is going to be very, very effective. You could do 6 days per week, upper lower. That is going to be good too. If you do 6 days per week, your volume per day is going to have to be slightly lower. However, you can also maybe get in a little bit more body part specialization. So you can have one upper day that is a little bit more shoulder focused, one that is a little bit more chest and back focused, and one that is a little bit more arm focused, for example. For lower body, you can have like a glute day, a quad day, and a hamstring day. And they're still, totally upper or totally lower body workouts. You're still working the whole lower body, the whole upper body, but you can focus on a particular area a little bit more. You can also do push-pull legs, which is going to be also a little bit more specialized. This is where you're putting all of your pushing and pressing and triceps movements on one day. That's a push day. Pull is going to be lats, traps. You're doing your pulling, your rowing, and your biceps all on one day. And then finally, your legs is going to be hinging and squatting movements as well as isolation. And this can be good. However, you're going to need to be in the gym more often because you're working only a third of your body each day. You're going to be in the gym probably 6 days per week in order to hit that 2 times per week frequency. So which split is right for you? I'd say for most people, well, it varies. Honestly, just experiment. So try full body first, see if that works, how that works for you. When it stops working, switch to upper lower or switch to push-pull legs and just see how it works for you. If it fits your mentality, it fits your personality, it fits your schedule, then it's going to be right for you. And don't be afraid to use an 8-day week or a 5-day week. It doesn't need to be 7 days. You can do your training cycle over 10 days if you really want to, depending on how much recovery you need and just how the days line up. It doesn't need to be 7 days. I typically write 7-day programs simply because they work for most people and it's the most convenient and the easiest to conceptualize. But it doesn't really need to be 7 days. There's no reason to have a 7-day week, so just do what suits your schedule. Third, let's talk about progression. Now, progression, you need to get stronger. You really do need to get stronger. You might see some people not using heavy weights and be huge. That doesn't happen if you're natural. If you're using steroids, the game changes quite a bit. But if you're natural, you're going to need to get stronger. If you're pressing 50 kilos and then in a year you're still pressing 50 kilos, well, you're probably not going to be very much bigger. You really do need to be getting stronger and progressing on these big compound movements. Whether you work in the 20 rep range or the 10 or the 5 or whatever, that's actually not that important. What is important is progressing and getting stronger. If you put a lot of weight on your 20 rep max, you're going to get bigger. 10 rep max, you're going to get bigger. 5 rep max, you're still going to get bigger. 1 rep max, you're probably still going to get bigger, to be perfectly honest. Number 4, let's talk about diet. So diet is something that is going to be quite individual. Make sure you are consistent. So you're consistently getting in your protein, you're getting in enough carbs and fats to perform well and have enough energy to grow. Again, you're not going to reach that progression if you're always under eating. Especially if you're lean and you're starting out, you can and should eat a lot of food. I was eating probably 3,000 to 4,000 calories when I started out, and I grew a lot. If you are under eating consistently, you simply won't grow. Your body won't have the energy to actually make the new tissue. That physical tissue, it takes energy to grow, and you have to actually have protein to assimilate it into your muscle and have it grow. So if you're always under eating, you're not going to grow. Don't be obsessed with your abs. I see this all the time. People are like, oh, I need to keep my abs, but also put on 20 pounds. Ha ha ha. good luck. It doesn't really work that way, and you need to be willing psychologically to give up your abs at some point. If you're always going to have abs, you're going to maintain a very small physique. You don't necessarily need to count calories, but I think for a lot of people it can help, just because it helps you to compare foods, see what can get you the most results. You should be keeping a food log just to make sure. I mean, you're not going to remember what you eat, okay? Like if I ask you what you ate for lunch 2 weeks ago, you have no idea. And this is very, very useful and valuable information. So I would say for the first few years, count calories, count macros, and keep a food log, because that is really going to help you get on the right track and see what works for you. In terms of the actual foods, it doesn't matter as much as a lot of people say. As long as you're getting in enough protein, you're getting in enough calories, then it's going to be fine. There's no like specific amazing muscle building foods. Just get in the macros, get in enough vitamins, nutrients, eat your vegetables. You don't necessarily need to eat meat, but it can probably help for most people. You also don't necessarily need to supplement, but again, it can sometimes help. Finally, we have lifestyle. Now this is pretty simple. It's just, are you making training a priority? That's all. So you're getting in your sleep, you're getting in your protein, you're doing all of the above. You're actually learning and growing and trying to get better to try to optimize your results. That's all. It is nothing else, nothing complicated. You're trying as best you damn can to get better. So let me know in the comments down below, which do you struggle with? Exercise selection, training split, progression, diet, or lifestyle? Which one is holding you back from your goals? Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.